With great pleasure, please welcome our first presenter, Eric Cantrell, Marketing Director at 7thSense.
Thanks, Chloe. Audiences today are harder to impress than at any other time in the history of themed entertainment. After all, they carry around in their pockets little devices that can give them instant access to their favorite stories, and they can watch them on those devices or stream them to a bigger display at home. So out-of-home entertainment has to offer something more than what our audiences can get at home or on their phones. Even with beautifully crafted scenic, architectural, and lighting elements capturing an audience's attention, maintaining that focus can be difficult. Many attractions today are based on popular IP, using media to put their audiences into the familiar worlds of the stories. Movement, special effects, lighting, audio, and video can elevate architecture and scenic elements, connecting a group of people to a story, creating a shared experience. 7thSense makes products that help creative people tell compelling media-based stories in a reliable, repeatable, maintainable way while preserving the original quality of every pixel. We specialize in playing back and processing uncompressed media, which means the full color information of each and every pixel makes it from disk to display. Why do we put such high importance on uncompressed media? I'm sure you've seen compression artifacts that look like blocking or banding, blurry edges, or color shifts. While compression artifacts may be tolerable on the tiny screens of mobile devices or when watching streaming videos, when presented larger than life, they can immediately destroy an audience's suspension of disbelief, shifting their focus to the quality of the media itself, not the immersive story being told. Because audiences are so accustomed to the rectangular screen shape in their daily lives, themed entertainment designers like to get creative when they're designing the shape of displays, breaking them out of the rectangle that establishes a notion of this is a screen. Removing the sharp edges that separate the audience from the story pulls them into the story, assisting with the immersion and engagement, as if the audience is part of the story rather than watching it play out in front of them. When your displays are unusual shapes, you have to get creative with how you achieve getting video onto those displays using equipment that was designed around a rectangular image format. That could be in the form of taking a movie meant to be displayed on a dome and splitting it up into several overlapping projected images to make one cohesive image. It could also mean creating a series of unusual LED wall shapes and feeding them all from a single media server. Beyond pixel-perfect playback, 7thSense media servers have tools to make the media fit these unusual display arrangements, whether using projection, LED screens, or flat panel displays. This encompasses support for 2D flat canvas type applications, with tools to correct for projection keystoning and blending multiple projectors into a single image, as well as a 3D workflow for painting projected pixels onto physical 3D objects, like you would use for projection mapping on a building. LED walls with unusual geometries, such as ribbons, cubes, spheres, or domes, can come with another type of challenge, the physical shape of the LED tiles. To make unusual shaped displays, sometimes pixels must be removed from standard rectangular tiles, and when that happens, the information that should have been displayed on those missing pixels has to shift to pixels on other tiles to make the image look correct. 7thSense media servers and pixel processors make it possible to do this even on very large displays that span dozens of 4K feeds. 7thSense media servers can combine external video sources, such as camera feeds or the output of other computers, to layer and create composite canvases. Video game technology makes it possible for audience members to interactively affect the outcome of an attraction's story. Being able to combine real-time interactive media from game systems with high-quality media playback is another handy feature of our media servers. And sometimes projects don't require media playback because the images are generated in real time by a game engine, but the geometry correction is still needed to conform the pixels to the display. This is where our juggler pixel processors can help by combining and processing inputs from all types of video sources. A key element in storytelling is timing. You want the thunder to happen after the lightning, or the effect is ruined. Show control systems are specialized to manage synchronizing the operation of lots of AV, lighting, and special effects devices, each of which may have no notion of timing in and of themselves. For example, a lighting fixture doesn't know anything about timing. Rather, it reacts in real time to the information being sent to it. It's the show controller's job to make sure each device is sent the right information at the right time to convey the overall story. 7thSense's line of media lawn show control systems includes both hardware show controllers as well as software that turns any PC or virtual machine into a show controller. Which product is right for a given project depends on how many devices you need to control, how users or operators need to interact with the show control system, and how many synchronized shows or scenes need to be able to run at the same time. All this technology is nice, but how it all fits together is where the real power lies. Our team lives and breathes this technology every day, helping creative people fulfill their visions. It's our team's expertise that really sets the 7thSense approach apart from other audiovisual product manufacturers. Our team listens to what our customers are trying to accomplish and tailors our established, reliable products to suit the options required for each project, so you can trust it will work as envisioned and you aren't paying for capacity you aren't using. So, as you're designing amazing immersive experiences, be bold and break outside that rectangle. And if you want help figuring out how, give the 7thSense team a call.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you to the audience for your participation with these great questions coming in. Please continue to do so. Our first one is for 7thSense. Accessibility matters is something that the entire industry strives for, but your team has made it be at the forefront of your mission. How do you focus your team on making this an organic design instead of having to retrofit these ideas?
7thSense has products that help all audiences enjoy stories. One of the features that we offer with our media servers is a captioning system that can provide closed captioning as text, as sign language, or as audio descriptions that can accompany media in a synchronized way to help all audiences enjoy the attractions.
How do you see the future of the entertainment area?
Yeah, I really enjoyed both answers from Arch and Chad. It really comes down to storytelling and being able to place the audience within the world for placemaking. So creating interactive environments that aren't necessarily a game that you're playing with, but maybe the trees blow the leaves as you walk by them, or some sort of way that an audience can live within the environment and connect them to that intellectual property. Just helps connect the audiences with those stories and those worlds in a better way, that in a way that they can't do at home outside of a VR environment. So I think that's what we're going to see a lot more of, is that personalization and just some small way of creating a moment that I did something in the park and the park reacted back to me.
One more for Eric, and then we're going to wrap things up. Ultimate interactivity is another evident value for 7thSense. How do you serve the guests that want to enjoy the experience without being a part of it?
Not everybody wants to have to participate in those things. So as we see the interactivity becoming more and more popular, not all audience members are going to desire to participate or feel comfortable participating in that type of an application. And I think that's where layering your storytelling makes sense. Making it available, making it a plus rather than a key element of the story, I think, is the sweet sauce there. And that really comes down to the creative aspect. We make the tools. You can build a house with a hammer, you can build a school with a hammer, but we're just making a hammer.
Love it.